Greetings to all. Welcome to the Way to Live YouTube channel, your space for spiritual clarity, inner healing, and soul transformation. Here, we go beyond the surface level advice to awaken your higher consciousness and help you remember who you truly are. Today's topic is, why are some people so judgmental about our past mistakes? This is the topic. You see, why are some people so judgmental? Because most people see others only from their point of view. They don't see you as you are. They see you through their preferences, their expectations, and their version of right and wrong. That's the issue. So when someone does something that doesn't match their moral compass, so to speak, they immediately label that person as a wrong person. Not just the act, the person. And that's where the problem begins. Judgment strips away the willingness to understand. Judgment blinds them from asking one very important basic question. Why did that person do what they did? Whether it was right or wrong, that doesn't matter. But they fail to ask this question. Because the truth is, at any given moment, a human being only acts based on what they believe to be correct for them, what they believe to be true for them or beneficial for them. Even if someone does something wrong, that person believe there is some justification behind it. So the real solution is not judgment, but it is awareness. We need to ask, what belief is driving that behavior? Can we help that person realize that the belief they are holding on to is flawed or incomplete? Only when a person becomes self-aware, when they pause and reflect, why did I think this was okay for me? Why did I believe it is correct for me? Is this belief really true? Only then change becomes possible. But judgment doesn't create transformation. It creates resistance. It creates division. Take any so-called bad person, okay? The society immediately divides into two groups. One group supports and justifies the bad person, and the other groups opposes and attacks the bad person, correct? Duality. But neither group helps that person become aware of why they are doing what they are doing. Only neutrality can do that. Neutrality doesn't mean you approve of the mistake, but it means you don't rush to label the person. Instead, you ask, what is this person believing to be true or correct for him, and how I can help them see otherwise. Now, why can't some people forgive your past? Because deep down, they don't forgive themselves for their own mistakes. They live by rigid ideas of right and wrong. And if someone crosses that line, they are punished with a label. They fail to see that every behavior is a result of a belief. And every belief, right or wrong, can be changed if we are shown a path with compassion. So next time someone judges you harshly for your past, remember this: you're dealing with someone who lacks self-awareness about themselves, about others, and about how beliefs shape someone's behavior. All right? And maybe your presence in their life is a chance, not just for them to understand you, but for you to remain neutral and show them how understanding can transform both hearts. You can be a reflection. So, if someone is judging you harshly for a past mistake, then pause and ask yourself, was it really a mistake from my current awareness? If yes, then step number 1, acknowledge it truly as a past mistake. Step number 2, become self-aware. Why did I do it? And what belief was driving me back then? Because the moment you realize that the belief is no longer serving you, you have changed already. True change is not about proving yourself to others. It is about realizing the outdated belief and letting it go. And maybe that judgmental person has come into your life as a compass. You attracted that energy for a reason, not to suffer, but to reflect. So you should not define it as a suffering, but you have to see it as a reflection. What if you're still holding on to a subtle belief, one that is rigid, one that resonates with judgment? That's why life brought you someone to mirror you back so that you don't repeat the same mistake. So you're not just learning to forgive yourself, you're also learning how not to be judgmental yourself. You're learning to see beyond the people's actions into their beliefs. And if you get a chance, excuse the one who judged you. thank them in your heart because they showed you who you were and gave you a reason to become more conscious. But if they are not ready to forgive or see your growth, remember that is not your responsibility anymore. Your only job is to embody your transformation, stay neutral, stay kind, and be in a flow. Because ultimately, people do not change through criticism, they change through inspiration. So this is something which a deep wisdom has been given as a download. I have shared what I like to share. I hope this is going to help you. If you have any other questions in this, please feel free to type them in the comment section or send me a WhatsApp message. And if you have any such questions, feel free to let me know. It will be my pleasure to share my perspective as a video. All right. See, you're always loved, supported, and guided. This channel will help you for your positivity, expansion, and transformation. All right. Thank you for your valuable time. Be blessed, and we will meet in another insightful video. Thank you very much. I love you all. Bye-bye.